Speaking with Coach Meron Garden after the game, Jamaica lost 3-0. But your thoughts on the game, Coach? Take us through the game first.
First of all, I must, hats off to the Morocco team. I think, you can see cohesion between them. They played really well. Our team, though, I think, tactically, I think discipline, I think we had it. Compactness, I think, they couldn't really play through our lines most of the times. But as the longer the game goes, is the more you realize, the fitness will show. And the muscular strength will show also, because, these guys are very strong, Moroccans. But, I think we did well. I think, with a limited time of preparation, I think the group really, really responded well.
Where would you say that you were let down, and where did you see the positives and the negatives, if there were any?
The positive is that I think, tactically, I think the boys really tried, especially defensively, to be organized. I think what let us down, though, is what we already knew. We gave up those 2 goals in the latter part of the game when the legs were going. And also when you're tired, concentration also goes.
Yeah.
So I think that's what really let us down at the end.
Right. Were there any players that that stood out in the game for you?
I wouldn't. I think I need to big up the group instead of each out a player, because I think when tactically you see a team trying to defend, trying to keep the lines tight, not allowing people to play through them. I think you have to big up the group for that. But with games, come the cohesion. I think even though we didn't get to possess the ball as we really wanted to, but that will come with games, because you learn by mistakes and you realize the pace of international football and understand everything, But as I said, the sky is the limit for these boys. It's a good starting point, so let us see how we can build from here.
You mentioned pace. I mean, that's to me that was the standout difference between the two teams.
Yeah, man. The way the Moroccans move the ball, you can see that they're exposed to international football much more than our boys. But the longer the game goes on, we realize what we needed to do. But at the same time, I said, even though sometimes you realize because of the fitness, the mind is willing but the body is weak.
Mm-hmm. I saw quite a few guys going down. Could that be a problem in the next game?
Not necessarily. I think that was more of tired legs. We spoke about this. These boys, most of them didn't play football for more than a month plus. So as I said earlier, it was really the fitness.
All right, Coach. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Speaking with Wendell Downswell, Director of Football. Wendell, your thoughts on today's game?
For me, it was a tremendous experience, especially for the local based players. Having them playing in an environment and a team of this magnitude, argues well for us once we are able to keep this crop of players. They showed promising performance, played in patches. We made, I would say, 3 blatant mistakes, and at this level, when you make those mistakes, you suffer the consequences. But overall, when we look at it, we see some bright prospects as it relates to us now having a cadre of local based players who we can heavily invest in and look forward to good things. With games like these, they will only get better as it relates to their personal development and to develop as a team, so to speak.
Where would you say would be the standout area?
Well, I think despite this, where we can see 3 goals, I think defensively we did well. Especially in the first half, I think we did well. We won 2 errors and you suffer the consequences of one. The second half, a bit, you could see that the legs were going in terms of condition itself, and therefore that resulted in the other 2 laps, in the other 2 goals. But overall, when we look in patches, once we are able, I say, to have more international, them playing more in an environment of this nature and quality teams as such, it will only argue as well for their personal development.
Thanks.
Hey, this is Amar Knight, Reggae Boy goalkeeper, and you're watching Eddie Vision channel. Like, subscribe, and share. Thanks, guys. Peace.